What's up, everybody? It's the Power Rankings Podcast, aka the Power Rankings Show. I'm your host, Elliot Harrison. I look like I just moved in here, and I'm pleased to be joined by the eager to pod today, very eager, like really eager.
Yeah.
At Marcus_Mosher. Hello, sir.
Yeah, your backdrop looks like every 23-year-old that just moved out on their own, right? They got one big movie poster, and that's it. That's, art.
You done?
Looks good. I'm doing well. How are you doing today, Elliot?
I know. I'm just want to know if you were done. Look, I took my print down because it needed some work. Okay, so that's the deal. Hey, there's something I was thinking about that's very, very important. Very important. You never watched Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan?
Been a little busy looking at all these game lines.
Well, I'm supposed to watch Warrior. I was gonna do Prisoners, and Marcus gave me two movies, and I chose to do Warrior instead because I don't know, it just sounded more interesting to me. So I'm that's my homework assignment. I seriously doubt Warrior is going to be as good as Failure to Launch. I'm just hoping for the best, and I'm just one man over here. It really does look like I just moved in. Maybe I'm just an artsy guy that has a flat with like nothing on the walls, so my creative mind can expand.
Okay.
Never mind.
I'm kind of excited about some of the games that we've got going on. And it looks like my default mic is changing as we speak. So hopefully I sound here. Let me change that back for you guys. Are you excited about some of the games this week?
Oh, I'm excited for Saturday football. This is always the weekend that I call don't get divorced weekend, right? Like there's Thursday night football. There's 3 games on Saturday, the full slate on Sunday, and then Monday games. Like you got to pick and choose at least a little bit. But yeah, we got some good games this week. I'm excited.
I want your vote for best game this weekend.
Ooh, Steelers, Panthers, Cardinals, Broncos.
Come on.
I think Titans, Chargers is a sneaky good game.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. I don't know why my stupid mic is not working. But I guess we're going to my AirPods now. But I agree with you. But why not Steelers Panthers? Isn't that the Jimmy Clausen Thursday nighter from like 12 years ago?
I mean, probably, right? I mean, shout out to all 4 people that watched that game. So,
and did I lose everybody?
No, you're still here. We hear you.
Okay. I can't hear anything. So something happened here, but whatever. I hope you are enjoying our major audio control issues here. There we go. Somebody speak to me.
You're not excited. Right. You're not excited.
There we go.
Cowboy Jacksonville or Cowboys Jaguars.
I missed all that because remember like a week ago when we were doing a podcast and the volume on my computer just decided, I'm going to go down. That happened. Yeah. So, okay, I missed what you said, but can I guess what you said since I was having problems there? That Dak Prescott's the best quarterback in the league, and only Trevor Lawrence is playing better, right?
And Joe Burrow, of course, right?
Yeah. Okay, did I miss anything else?
No,
you said? Literally, my volume went all. I had some issue with my mic, and remember this happened like a week or two ago. The volume dial on my computer just goes boop all the way down, and I can't hear anything. Yeah. It's the weirdest thing. So, oh well. I'm just gonna blame it on Apple being proprietary. Have I ruined the Apple sponsorship?
Probably.
Yet?
Can we do games, man? Please.
No. I want to know the best game on the slate.
It's Dolphins Bills Saturday night.
That's sure?
The best. Yeah, without a doubt. Dolphins beat them last time. It's a huge game for both teams, right? Dolphins still trying to get to 9 wins to hopefully get a playoff spot. Buffalo's got to keep pace to be the number 1 seed in the conference. It's a massive game.
I was kind of agreeing with you though on your sneaky good game. Okay, I can accept Dolphins Bills. I've got a great game that's coming up on our list, but I'll wait until we get there. Let's start with our Thursday night special. How excited are you for some Seattle Seahawks football?
Not at all. I don't enjoy watching Seattle as much as you do.
Wait a minute. I never said I like really enjoy watching Seahawks football. I mean,
think you do.
You know, I think that Geno Smith's having a great year. That's what I think.
Yeah, better than Dak. All right, 49ers at Seahawks, Thursday Night Football. 49ers, 3.5-point favorites on the road.
I like 49ers to cover this. I know they're playing with their third string quarterback, but Seattle actually hasn't played as well as of late, Marcus. They lost to Carolina. I don't know why I needed to say your name there for emphasis, but I did enjoy. They barely beat the Rams a couple weeks ago. Remember with Wofford playing? That defense can certainly be had. I don't think they're going to present real problems for Brock Purdy.
No, and Seattle can't stop the run at all. Like at all. Now you're going up against the best running team in the league on a short week. No, thank you. Give me the 49ers to cover that spread pretty easily.
The defense too in the second half. If Geno has another game, because he didn't play that well against Carolina, he has been very consistent this year, not against Carolina.
Right, correct. Next one. So now we're on in the Saturday games. The Indianapolis Colts at the Minnesota Vikings. You want to guess the spread in this one?
Ooh, I mean, the Vikings, I think, should be favored by 7, but the Vikings, you pointed out, are a very overrated team, but I think it should be Minnesota by 7 at home.
Vikings by 4.
Wow, that's pretty low, don't you think?
I mean, they're basically treating the Vikings like they're a 5-8 team, right?
I'll take Minnesota to cover that. And I'm not a big believer in the Vikings. We've talked about their point differential on this program. We did it on Monday. I don't see a world where the Colts win this game. Great uni matchup, though, if the Colts wear their all whites.
Next one, Saturday afternoon, Ravens at Browns. Browns favored in this game, 2.5-point favorites.
It makes sense with the Ravens quarterback situation. I think also Vegas has to consider, one, the Browns are at home, which if you consider that 3 points, you're saying the Ravens are a half point better here. The other thing, too, is at some point the Browns offense is going to gel. Obviously against Cincinnati, they weren't very good. Deshaun Watson's first game against Houston, they weren't very good. They needed other things to win the game. I think that will come around. I think Cleveland will cover and win here.
I don't know. The Browns are without their top 5 linebackers in this game. They already have problems stopping the run, and they're going to
Who's going to exploit that?
J.K. Dobbins looked really good last week. Baltimore's offensive line's healthy. Even if it's just Huntley playing this week, I just wonder if Baltimore can
He's banged up.
He is, but he practiced today.
Okay, that's great. But that doesn't mean he's going to be great this weekend on Saturday. It's a short week. Like I said, I think Cleveland's offense is going to come around at least a little bit. What's the over-under on this game? That interests me.
37.
That is very low, especially if you think the Ravens are going to be able to run the ball. Would you be inclined to go over that? Yeah, normally I would take the under on this, but
that's pretty low. I think I would go over because I think Baltimore will get to 17, 20 points. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is a game where Cleveland hits a few big plays down the field.
I think I would walk away from the total. I take the Browns on the spread here. I'm fine with that one. Then again, I said I was fine with the Titans over the Jags last week, and we saw how that worked out.
I got a bet for us lined up. Are you ready?
Because I can admit when I miss things.
Dolphins at Bills, Saturday Night Football. Bills, 7.5-point favorites, but that's not what I want to talk to you about. The total for this game is 42.
That's too low. You're assuming that Josh Allen is going to play like crap again. I know Tua has not been playing well, but there are too many game breakers on both of these teams. And it's not just Tyreek Hill. I mean, Gabriel Davis, people think it's Stephon Diggs, but man, Gabe Davis comes up with some big plays, even Singletary sometimes. Last week, it was Dawson Knox that had the big play. I not only think it'll go over 42, I think it'll go over 42 pretty easily. So I would rather bet the over on that than the Bills to cover this. What about you?
100%. I think we get both teams score in the mid-20s, if not more in this game.
So then you're at 50, just like that.
Yep.
Boom.
So
cool.
I'll take that one pretty easily. All right. Now into the Sunday slate of games. Falcons at Saints. Saints 4-point favorites at home.
boy, Atlanta playing Desmond Ritter. You have no idea what to expect there. And this is a classic kind of game where I say, don't even bother with this one because you don't know what Ritter's going to do. The Saints don't know what Ritter's going to do. And the Falcons have been more consistent than the Saints have been this year. When have you ever been able to lay your money with confidence on the Saints, at least this year?
Never. And I'm never, ever betting on Dennis Allen again. So, yeah, give me Atlanta +4, I guess, in this game.
I would think this would be a low total as well, not 37, but I would think it would be 42, somewhere in that area.
43, which is interesting that total is higher than Dolphins Bills.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Maybe they think the Saints don't know who they're facing and that Atlanta's defense is going to struggle with New Orleans offense. But
I should mention this for Miami Buffalo. There's a chance of like some ice and some snow Saturday night. So I wonder if that's factored in a little bit there. But still,
that's tricky though, Marcus, because if it's just a little bit, a lot of times that can actually help the offense because they know where they're running. The defense doesn't know what the play is going to be. So that it has to be more of a heavy thing. We'll see.
All right, next game. Philadelphia Eagles at Chicago Bears. Bears coming off a bye. Eagles 9-point favorites.
If it was about a month ago, I would have taken the Bears here to cover this. But the Eagles just keep proving me wrong. I mean, I thought the Eagles were going to be good all offseason. I didn't think the Eagles were going to be blowing the doors off the Giants in New York like they did last week and easily handling Tennessee. They're down to have a come down game at some point. Is this the week that they do? Is this the trap game, so to speak?
My gut says yes. And there's really just should be no reason for it, right?
Philadelphia is sizable.
It is very sizable. There's no reason why Chicago should be in this game, right? Their offensive line isn't good. The defensive line is not going to be able to get any pressure on Justin Hurts. Yeah, I messed it up. Jalen Hurts. We got a new name.
I'm not saying anything because when I do that, you crush me for it. So let's just add it. What's our tally right now?
We're at a lot.
We got Greg
Kittle,
Greg/Ron Kittle, right?
I was looking at the Chargers line, but
Kobe Eason.
Yeah.
Come on, Kenny/Ryan Pickett.
So here's the reason why this is the second road game for the Eagles. They actually play another one next week in Dallas on a short week. There's already been a lot of talk this week about the Cowboy-Eagle game. Micah Parsons was saying that Jalen Hurts doesn't deserve to be MVP. That's all the Eagles were talking about today. Would it be shocking if this is just a game where Justin Fields just has a bunch of rushing yards in this game and they keep it close?
Yeah, but boy, Mike has been putting his foot in his mouth quite a bit lately. I saw the rest of it, though. He really tried to walk it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, not so much. I'm going to take the Eagles to cover here. Let's talk total. I actually think this is going to be a somewhat lower total, but not horribly low. Why are you making that?
Well, give me your guess.
I think this total should be about, I know the Bears defense isn't very good, but I don't know how much the Bears are going to score in Philly. So I'm going to go 40.5.
48.5. These are the number one and number two teams in the league in explosive plays. Philadelphia actually just passed Chicago last week. Chicago's offense is a little better than maybe you think.
Yeah, I know Chicago's offense. So let's see if they score more than 17. Also, we're talking about a game in Chicago in December. So let's see how that weather is. I happily will take the under on that.
All right.
Yeah.
Next one. I mean, you want to talk about an Elliot Harrison special. Oh, my gosh. The Detroit Lions against the New York Jets. The Jets, a 0.5 point favorite at home.
By the way, that's the farthest I've ever been off on a total, I think, ever.
I know, 8 points.
I love it.
8.5.
I love that. I don't like guessing the total because then you can't bet on it. Okay. We'll see if I'm wrong. Okay. Jets 0.5 point favorite. We playing Flacco this week?
No, it seems like it's going to be Mike White.
Because, Flacco, he's sitting there going, Hans, Booby, I'm your white knight. Sorry, I know you don't know what that's from. He kind of looks like Ellis from Die Hard. You never
A
saw
little
Die
bit.
Hard, did you?
Oh, stop it. Yes, I have a billion times.
Okay.
All right.
It's Rolex. Go ahead.
Now, I know that you are number one in the fan club of Jared Goff, right? Jared Goff can do no wrong. How you feeling about Jared Goff going to play a Robert Saleh defense in 25-degree weather?
I don't love it. I'll be honest. I mean, Jared Goff, I think he's got 20 touchdowns at home and like 3 on the road or something like that. I mean, he's got a pretty tough split there. They play better at home. Remember the game against New England where they were just completely shut down. Their offense really didn't do much against the Bears. They got a big pick 6 in that game, at Soldier Field. Terrible Justin Fields decision kind of bailed them out. I'm going to take the Jets to not only cover this, but I don't think it's going to be that hard for them, actually. I love the Lions. I just think this isn't a good matchup for them. The Jets are so gritty. They play so tough. They're going to play them hard on defense. And with the weather a factor, I don't trust the Lions offense.
Yep.
Am I off?
Agree. Nope, I agree. I'm taking the Jets as well.
Yeah, but you hate the Lions, so
no,
I
that's not true.
I got to take your, thought with a grain of salt. But go ahead.
No, I like the Jets. I actually really like the way they played at Buffalo last week, despite losing that game. I thought they showed a lot of mental toughness. So taking the Jets here. Next one. Steelers at Panthers. And listen, in that Lions-Jets game, it's just going to be who wants it more, Elliot, right? And who's the more physical team. That's all it's going to matter.
Yeah. Jeez. I'm thinking Steelers, Panthers. I mean, I remember working at NFL Network, and I was walking through the halls, and I decided to stay late at work. It was a Thursday.
Oh, this is the 52-10 game?
And they were, we had to be very much shills for the company. It's like we worked for Taco Bueno and we had to wear Taco Bueno hats the whole day. Trying to promote Jimmy Clausen at Heinz Field in 2010.
I'm thinking a different game. There was a Thursday game where Pittsburgh and Carolina played, and Cam was the quarterback, and Pittsburgh just boat raced Carolina. It was just an awful game.
I'm not the least bit interested in this game, but if Carolina wins this game, Marcus, they are. Yeah, you bet.
Actually,
so what do you think?
Actually, if Carolina wins this game and the Bucs lose to the Bengals, which we'll get to in a little bit, Carolina would take over as the number 1 team in the division.
They should be. Carolina should be favored in this game. We don't have the spread up there. So.
Panthers 2.5 points.
3.5. Okay, I was going to say 3.5. All right. I like that. I'll take Carolina win and cover. I think their defense is going to be tough this week. I think they know what's in front of them, and they are playing a hard-nosed Jetsian football under Steve Wilkes.
I'll take the Steelers to cover that spread.
Oh, you always do that.
Yeah.
I know why you do it.
Yeah, I mean.
Can I explain to
No, you don't
know why Marcus does this. Marcus wants a win-win, okay? That's what he wants. So Marcus will bet on the Steelers to win. If they lose, he wins. If they win, he makes money. Either way, he wins. And he actually double wins if they lose, because then he walks around with his little transistor radio on his fat pants that he wears on Mondays. Yeah, the sweatpants everybody has that are like 3 sizes too big. He clips the radio onto them only because he wants to hear the Steelers talk show guys whine. Tell me that's not accurate.
It's 100% accurate. Every kind of the last minute detail.
Can I give you a number here?
Sure.
Just circling back to Lions Jets, because I wanted to make sure that I was not crazy. Jared Goff at home, 20 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Jared Goff on the road, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Yeah, not great.
20-2 difference, home road. That's probably the biggest split I've ever seen.
Yep. All right, next game. My beloved Dallas Cowboys with your guy, Dak Prescott, against the Jacksonville Jaguars, playing the second best quarterback in the league, Trevor Lawrence. Cowboys, 4.5 point favorites.
Okay, I want you to remind me of something here. When we're done with all the picks and we give you everything and we rehash, can we circle back to this game? Because I have a question for you. Will you remind me to circle back to this game? Yes. All right, let's talk about the spread first. 4.5 is not high. I'll be the first to say that I would think Dallas could cover that. But the way they've dilly-dallied
Mm-hmm.
Does it concern you a little bit with the Jacksonville team that's clearly getting a little bit better? They have something to play for. Their quarterback is playing out of his mind, and they're at home.
Yeah, that's a trap line because Dallas could be winning by 10, right? And the Jags score a late touchdown to cut it to 3 with 0 seconds left, and you lose that one. I think this is going to be a really close game. I do. With Dallas probably, like Philly, looking ahead to that Christmas Eve game on a short week, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a game that's decided in the final minute. I'll take Jacksonville to cover that spread.
I'm going to take Jacksonville to cover as well. And I think your point is really apropos that if Dallas is up by 10 and they just play a bubble defense, Jacksonville scores a meaningless whatever with 14 seconds left. Maybe, when you have to do the field goal touchdown combo, they'll stop at the 30, kick the field goal then and go onside. One other factor in this game, Doug Peterson knows the Cowboys personnel pretty well. He knows the Cowboys quarterback. He knows their offense, all of it. So this is not going to be an easy matchup.
All right, next game, Chiefs at Texans. Chiefs 14-point favorites. I think the Texans almost had their upset win last week. I don't think they keep this one close at all.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I admire the way the Texans have played. I didn't hate their 2 quarterback system last week. It kind of worked for them, but this could be 28-0 in the first half. Give me Kansas City all day. Texans don't have the horses on defense to match up with Kansas City.
Nope. And they are going to be without Steven Nelson again this week. Derek Stingley, the rookie corner, is going to be out. Yeah, no, thank you. Next game, Cardinals at Broncos. Broncos are favored by 3. Seems like maybe no Russell Wilson. If you watch a second of this game, seek help.
This is an interesting game only from the standpoint.
No, it is not. It is not at all.
Look, I'm trying. Can I do a sales job here? Like, give me,
why? There's so many other good games to watch. You do not need to watch Cardinals Broncos. Even when it shows up on Red Zone, like that's your chance to go get a drink, go get a nacho, go use the restroom. You don't need to watch this game.
Who are we playing at QB? Brett Rippon?
Brett Rippon against Colt McCoy.
I mean, I would take Colt McCoy, but that Broncos defense at home, I think you have to go with the Broncos to cover here.
I agree.
Low total on this too, bro.
36.
We don't have to talk about it. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'd go under that because that's just too low, but too much of a risk. Next
one. Patriots at Raiders. Patriots, a 0.5-point favorite.
They're here again. We just talked about this with Doug Peterson. I mean, tell me that Josh McDaniels doesn't know the Patriots personnel. So my guess is the Patriots are going to do a lot of things differently. But I also think that Mac Jones will be highly motivated to play well in this game. I have a feeling you're going to take the Raiders.
I am.
Yeah.
There's a big advantage in rest in this one, right? Raiders played on Thursday.
Yeah.
Patriots played on Monday night on the road. Right now they got to play another West Coast road game. Hunter Renfrow coming back. Darren Waller coming back. Max Crosby is going to be a handful for whoever the Patriots put at right tackle. I'm taking the Raiders here.
I would say this. I think the key matchup in this game is the Patriots run defense versus Josh Jacobs and how much workload has he gotten, but they're well rested. And also, I mean, you remember the Bears Patriots Monday night, they could not stop the run game. Now, granted, Derek Carr's not a threat to run. So you're playing a different style run defense, but I'm going to go with you on the Raiders here.
All right. Next one, Tennessee Titans at Los Angeles Chargers. A really fun game for both teams.
Yeah.
Chargers 3-point favorites at home.
This is what I was saying. I thought this was a good pick by you for sneaky game. You said Chargers are 3-point favorites at home.
Correct.
That feels about right. That feels like right on the money to me. Tennessee has been so cruddy the last couple of weeks. I just have a feeling that they would go in and beat these guys, but maybe the Chargers turn the corner finally here. Can the Chargers stop the run? I hate to go to run defense again, but I think that's really, once again, the key in this game.
Man, I don't know. This one, I'm struggling. I'm going to take the Titans here in the points at least. I think the Titans were a little bit embarrassed last week. I think they're going to play better this week. It seems like these are the type of games the Titans usually win. I'll take them to win on the road.
You know what? I'm going to go with the Chargers, and I think they do turn the corner. Justin
I hope
Herbert
I'm wrong,
against
by the way. I hope I'm wrong.
Well, again, if the Titans weren't so doggone well coached all the time, but the scary matchup is Titans secondary versus Justin Herbert. I mean, yeah, I'm going to go with the Chargers here, but I agree with this might be the toughest game to pick. This would be a walk away if you're betting for me.
All right, the Fox game of the week. The Cincinnati Bengals at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game was a lot sexier like 5 weeks ago. Bengals, 3.5-point favorites on the road.
Oh, I hate that 3.5 points. I hate it. I hate it so much. I'll take Cincinnati to win outright.
Can I give you the list of players
to cover?
Can I give you the list of players that aren't playing for the Buccaneers?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tristan Wirfs, Vita Vea,
tackle. Yeah,
Carl Nassib,
tackle. Yeah, defensive end.
Jamal Dean.
Yeah, corner.
Hakeem Hicks.
Yeah, defensive tackle.
It's a lot of injuries, man.
I guess you weren't really impressed with me naming their positions. I wasn't either. I don't even know why I did that. But I'm going to go Cincinnati to cover. You know, I hate those 3.5-point lines, though. I hate them so much. I also don't think this is a high-scoring game either because the Bucs offense has been horrible. Cincinnati's offense has been great. I do think Joe Burrow is due for a little bit of a letdown game on the road.
I want to pick the Bengals. I want to, but there's just some part of me that believes Tampa's got one of these games that they're going to shock the world with.
Well, their defense is going to have to do it, even minus all these guys, and Nassib's been playing well for them.
Well, the hard part with Cincinnati is that Trey Hendrickson's not going to play this week. He has a wrist injury. I don't know where they're going to generate pass rush, and I don't trust their corners all that much, but I will take the Bengals, trying to show some confidence there. Next game, Sunday Night Football, Giants at Commanders. Commanders, 4.5-point favorites.
If there's a must win this week, I think it's for the Giants here.
I agree.
They, all the good feeling and confidence they had a month ago has got to be wrecked. I expect a really good Giants performance. I think the Giants cover that. I think Washington wins outright, but not by 4.5.
I think I'm going to take Washington here because for the last 3 weeks, all Washington has had to worry about are the Giants, right? Because they played the Giants, prepared that game, had a tie, had a bye, and now they're playing the Giants again. So when you get 3 weeks to basically get super familiar with the team, and while the Giants have had to play Philadelphia, now they got to go on the road, I think I'll take the Commanders to win this game and to cover that 4.5-point spread.
No, and it's totally on brand for you because whenever I talk about, man, how good Kyle Shanahan and DeMeco Ryans are, you're always telling me about just the great scheming and plotting from Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio. So, yeah, I'm with you.
I think he's going to cause a little bit of a dust up on that defensive line for the
you were waiting. Washington. You were waiting for that, weren't you?
Monday Night Football. Rams at Packers. Packers 7-point favorites, and I do not know how that spread isn't higher.
Yeah, I'll take the Packers to cover all day here. Maybe we'll get a game performance from the Rams, but Green Bay actually has a chance to make the playoffs. If they're going to do it, they need to come out and play really well here. I don't see – and the Packers were off last week, weren't they? This is a rested team. So their last game would have been, a week and a half ago against the Bears, a game in which they won. Yep. Yeah, I'll take the Packers to win and cover.
I agree. All right, let's go through the games really quickly. 49ers, Seahawks, we both like the 49ers to win and cover. Vikings, Colts, we both like the Vikings to win and cover. Ravens, Browns, tough. I'll take the Ravens. You're going to take the Browns.
Yep.
Dolphins, Bills, we like the Bills to win, but not to cover that spread. That's correct. A lot. Take the over instead. Falcons, Saints. Don't bet on Dennis Allen, but I'll take the Falcons to cover the spread. Probably the Saints outright. You as well?
Yeah, Saints outright. Yeah, absolutely.
Eagles, Bears. We both think the Eagles are going to win, but be cautious of that line. That's sneaky. Lions, Jets. We both like the Jets to win and cover. Steelers, Panthers. I like the Steelers, obviously. You like the Panthers. Cowboys, Jags. We both like the Jags to cover that spread. I'll take Jacksonville to win outright. You're going to take the Cowboys to win outright. Chiefs, Texans. We both like the Chiefs. Cardinals, Broncos. Do not watch a single second of this game. but bet on the Broncos. Patriots, Raiders. I like the Raiders. You like the Patriots. Titans, Chargers. I like the Titans. You like the Chargers. Bengals, Bucks. We're both taking the Bengals. Giants, Washington. I'm taking Washington to win and cover. You are taking the Giants to cover, but Washington to win.
You got it.
And then we're both taking the Packers to win and cover out, or to cover and win. Let's go to Cowboys, Jags. You have a comment there.
Yeah. So I'm curious. This is a serious question. If you guys don't know, Marcus is a huge Dak Prescott defender, big time defender. But you have to start an organization tomorrow. Tomorrow. Do you want Dak Prescott or Trevor Lawrence?
Lawrence.
I thought that's what the answer was. He is, if you guys have not seen Trevor Lawrence play you think it's been about the last 5 weeks, he has just been playing. He's been balling. There was the comeback win against Baltimore. Even if you go back farther, the drive he engineered against the Giants at the end of the game, they came up short. He completed a ball, Marcus, to the half-yard line, and the Giants safety just made a great tackle. But he's been making plays like that even when he hasn't had a great game. I think he has turned that corner. I don't expect to see, we might see a tiny regression, but I think
he's arrived
past that point. He's arrived. He's graduated. He may not be in Joe Burrow territory yet. He needs to do it for a year, but
he's coming.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming.
Before we go, I want your thoughts on a tweet that Austin Gale from The Ringer sent out today that I thought was really, really interesting. He said, because I know how much you love the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan. He said, here are the only quarterbacks that I'd choose over having Kyle Shanahan as my offensive coordinator / head coach. Are you ready for the list?
Okay. Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. I was hoping yes. Josh Allen.
Over any quarterback in Kyle Shanahan's system?
No. Just you can have, you're starting a franchise. I can give you Josh Allen or Shanahan. You get one or the other.
Okay. I thought we were talking more like they're going against each other.
No.
Okay,
Basically,
got it. No, I got it. All right, I'll take Mahomes and I'll take Allen.
Justin Herbert.
I'll take Herbert.
I'm good so far. Joe Burrow.
Oh,
I take Burrow.
I'm gonna go even Steven there.
I take Burrow with ease. Lamar Jackson. I would also take Jackson.
Shanahan.
Dak Prescott.
Shanahan.
And Trevor Lawrence. Those were his 7 quarterbacks.
I think I'll take Shanahan for now.
Okay.
Burrow, the Burrow one's tough. That one's really, really tough because I'm a big Burrow fan. I know you are. I think we've seen enough, but my gosh, Kyle Shanahan's a really great coach, man. So
yes.
That one's a push. But I said this last year. I was really kind of hoping for a Bengals 49ers Super Bowl. They've played twice. The 2 Super Bowls they gave us when I was a kid were fantastic. In 81 and in 88. And I just thought it'd be cool to see them play again. I think it'd be cool to see Dallas and Buffalo play a third time in the Super Bowl. I kind of like that.
You'll probably get Eagles, Baltimore, and you're going to like it.
Oh gosh, I would hate that so much. I love Eagles Buffalo. I think that would be a wildly exciting Super Bowl. I have no problem with the Eagles. I'll tell you why I have no problem with the Eagles making the Super Bowl, because the one thing in this era of football that I don't like is when we don't get the best team in the Super Bowl. I like having one underdog. I don't want both teams to be like the 5 seed. That's not interesting to me. Right. But that said, I wanted to ask you, just so we can give people some advice here, if there was one thing you're the most sure on, or would you put 3 of these games together? I think
I would just bet Packers to win outright over the Rams.
As much as it pains me to say it, I think Jets over the Lions is pretty safe. And I think the over, unless there's terrible weather, like terrible, I would take the over on the Bills Dolphins. Those ones are, I feel confident about Green Bay Rams as much as you do.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I would just take the Packers to win because the Rams have so many injuries right now. It feels now the Packers will have some time to look at Baker Mayfield and see what he's going to look like in this offense. It's at Lambeau. I'll take the Packers to win pretty comfortably.
So how many plays do you think, like, seriously, I want like over under 5. Okay. How many plays you watching Cardinals Broncos?
So I got to figure this out. So that when they're on red zone, how often are they going to be in the red zone? Maybe twice the game, 4 plays.
I think that's the worst game of the week.
Yeah, that is a do not get divorced over Broncos Cardinals. There's no reason for that one.
I think I'd rather watch Kansas City Houston. I'm not joking on that front at all. But those are all the thoughts from me. I always give you the last word. What do you got?
Oh, I gave you the last one. I talked about the 7 quarterbacks that I'd take over Kyle Shanahan. That list seems like it's shrinking by the day because Kyler Murray might have been on it. Aaron Rodgers might have been on it a year ago. Tom Brady would have been on it. But yeah, it's getting small.
Was it a little unusual for you? I know, again, as a big Dak guy, to have Dak with that grouping of quarterbacks. I know you like Dak. I think Dak, I've told you, I think is probably like the 11th best quarterback in the league. But I would not put him with those other quarterbacks. The only quarterback he's probably better than right now is Trevor Lawrence. But I think the upside of Trevor Lawrence, I think we've seen pretty much the zenith of Dak Prescott's play. Trevor Lawrence, and that's not an insult. That's not an insult. We've seen Dak Prescott play really good football. But Trevor Lawrence is, I think he could end up being the best quarterback in the league. And I don't mean that with any kind of hyperbole or anything.
It wouldn't shock me if 2 years from now we're talking about Patrick Mahomes and Trevor Lawrence as the best 2 quarterbacks in the league. And then the next tier is Burrow and Josh Allen. Like it wouldn't shock me at all.
Got it. Well, either way, it'd be fun to see them go against it this weekend. I think that's going to be a pretty good game. It's not teams that you get to see go at it very often. They play every 4 years. So we'll see what happens there. Big game really for both teams, but especially for Jacksonville, believe it or not. But that's all for us. We thank the folks over at Brinks TV. It's good to have Courtney back. And if you want to follow Marcus, get more opinions, it's at Marcus_Mosher. He's the host of Locked On Cowboys. It's the best Cowboys podcast out there. He does it with Landon McCool. Give Landon a follow, even though he never says to give us a follow. Marcus also covers the Raiders for USA Today and writes for PFF. I'm at Harrison NFL on Twitter, and we appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Saturday football, and we'll talk to you Thursday night. See y'all.
Don't get divorced.
I negotiate $1 million deals.